The phrase "Hello Sadness" is rather famous because of the poem and because of the novel, and I wanted to make a piece incorporating them and also make it funny.
I'm really excited to work with Mary, both on how her body moves through the text and how she shifts between these different characters.
People need to come see Hello Sadness to see the work of Mary Toumanen. She is one of Philadelphia's most exciting performers, writers, directors, movement artists.
My artistic partner, Erin Cromie, said, "You remind me of Joan of Arc. Let's make a show about Joan of Arc." And we did. We made a solo show, and then Jay Wall saw that show and said, "Why don't you come to this writing residency at the Kimmel and bring the solo show?" And I was really frustrated with it. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then they said, "Why don't you write about how you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you write about why you don't want to write it?" And that's Hello Sadness.
I think people need to hear this to understand what the future of Philadelphia theater really looks like, what it sounds like. And I really believe that Mary Toumanen is a voice in that canon.
The residency program was amazing because Dael Orlandersmith is nuts. In the best way. She was like, "You're interested in Joan of Arc? Françoise Sagan." And I was like, "What? It's nothing to do with Joan of Arc." And she was like, "Just check her out." And then I read this book and I was like, oh God. And it's called Hello Sadness, and I've just read this Paul Eluard poem, and it's all coming together, and Dael Orlandersmith will just drop this in your lap like, see if you can follow the crumbs that I've laid out of my genius to lead you to the answer. So I feel really lucky to have participated in that residency. I feel really lucky now to be sharing this piece with Annie.
I called to Dael and said, "Hey Dael, come to Philadelphia and do a residency program with me. What might we do? I'm really interested in how you write, the poetry of her work, the clarity, the articulation, and the sheer beauty of language that she commands."
I have the honor of presenting here at the historic Cherry Lane Theater my new solo piece, 8 Stops, which was developed and written during my residency at the Kimmel Center.
This is the first time that a show created at the Kimmel Center has moved on to have another production here in New York, and that's an exciting moment.
I came to the residency thinking I was going to be working on a show I had already done and trying to improve it and make it deeper, but I ended up tearing that whole thing open and I got to write 8 stops. I wrote the majority of the text for this play during the astonishing residency at the Kimmel Center.
It is the responsibility of the Kimmel Center to encourage Philadelphia artists to make work, to share that work, to share the voice of Philadelphia around the world.